Hello and welcome everyone here on SpeedGaming 3. Happy Monday. It is Monday Madness. And let's start off by saying that we have the little Metroid icon objective on the tracker. This is not like the tournament settings, but we are playing random objectives today. Because Sunwoo generates the seeds. The seed is at the whims of Sunwoo. So we are playing Expert Technical. So technical means more E-tanks than challenge. Pretty similar to what you get in Tricky. And 6 objectives of the random sort, plus random start. So we're going to start randomly. In the escape, let's go. Mother Brain defeated. Just get to the ship and we're done. In Torian even. Morph Ball is the item. I have to do everything myself, so some steps will fall behind. That looks like... which is that? 5 seconds. Timer's right at the top of the screen, so if I pause, it gets covered by the Twitch overlay text. About 5 seconds. We are witnessing Edible Toaster and Sunwoo Farmer today. We get an early speed booster. There is Wreck Ship main shaft. It looks like they have like non-vanilla tiles. And also not the same tiles. So this will be fun to follow. I can follow it perfectly fine, but you all, you're gonna improve your ability to watch the stream today. Those tournament races, you'll be able to follow everything, because you witnessed this. So Sunwoo going through the Torian Ghidorah room here, but there are no Ghidorahs in Map Rando. They're just hard to balance. We have speed and morph, so you want to look at the spooky missile location. I think that's what we're supposed to do right now. Oh, that's a super door, so no. Once we open that door, then maybe. So it looks like what we actually want to do is go up to the top of Main Street, the middle part of Main Street. So this isn't very hard, the jump that they're doing. That Sunwoo's doing. Sunwoo always playing the hand sprite. With this platform that's below the door, you can jump to the left ledge and it would be in hard logic. So failing is inexcusable. They are both in the tournament. But I think the majority of everyone who plays Map Rando doesn't know about jumping to the left. But that is what puts it into hard logic. Except Toaster knows. Speed Booster just causing problems. So once again, we're playing Expert Technical. Edible Toaster's so smart. That's my opponent. Who I crushed. So Sunwoo should also know how to do this jump. We're an expert. This is a very hard level trick. You should be able to do this, but Sunwoo's played a lot of seeds, and in a lot of seeds, you want to do this exact jump. So, gonna be a little critical. Toaster has made it up. Sunwoo's made it up. First thing they're gonna do is get the item. I don't think that just running in works. You gotta do a little bit of a stutter or a one tap. But wanted to refill energy, that makes sense. Because it comes up from time to time that you need to use speed to get to the item. with no runway at all, just the door frame. And that is essentially frame perfect both ways that you can do it. Oh wow, ran out of energy. It does take approximately all of your energy to do this. So someone doing the stutter, there's enough runway that you don't have to do the stutter. It's a little easier not to. Off to a bit of a slow start. I think technical doesn't guarantee the early E-tank, but it's also too early for that even. When Rando is placing logic, it'll always place like progression first and then the required filler item, because it has to be able to unlock new locations. It's just of the utmost importance. We get bombs. Bombs are okay. We lose bombs. We learned what the item is, and it is bombs. So bombs, maybe you get spooky off of that. That'd be disappointing, because the temp blue bounce is cooler. Toaster missed. Okay, I have to spend more time farming. This farm just doesn't feel good, because the reset point you want to take is the door on the right, but it's a long walk. And now I'm gonna have to do the same hard logical jump up to the left. But if you do the wall jump up to the middle, then you can get the two crabs kind of okay. Wow, it's so easy. They should put that in hard logic. The water stutter short charge that Sunwoo just missed. I think he's going for it. You can't shine spark from the bottom. You wouldn't make it. That's in very hard currently. When it was introduced, it's put in expert, but that's in very hard. Now that everyone's heard of it and learned it. You need to start the stutter before the door. Toaster doing it now. So you begin slowing down, but you do not finish slowing down until you're through the door. And then the slowing down part goes really slowly in the water physics. And that's how we get so much extra time to run. In the water, your run animation is going to be longer. Okay, and we take away bombs once again. Like the stutter is going to be longer, the run animation is longer. So we can abuse it, we can get burned on by it. Jump directly into that crab. We watched it happen in slow motion. And then Toaster didn't save with high energy. Oh no. Toaster gonna have a long farming seed today. And Sunwoo's gonna learn how to make this jump up to the top. I always jump off the left wall. I wall jump left wall, and then you do a really fast turnaround for the shot. The way he's doing it from the right wall, it looks like you have to do it kind of low enough to avoid the ledge, the overhang. But the expert technical, it should be a little easier than expert challenge. The only part that can be harder is we might have to do really difficult hell runs, because it'll give us more E-tanks. You did it. Do I mark it, chat? Do I mark the bombs? I think you go down and get spooky item. Oh, right, the map. The map's pretty good too. You should get the map. This is kind of a farm room. Every room with enemies in Map Rando is now farm room. We timed out every single enemy strat, kill strat, optimized it with every piece of equipment. That's a powerbomb locked map. Unless there's a way to get to it from below, with wreck ship main shaft right, top right door. So yeah, you can run into the water, or you can run in with the stutter effect, and either would work with this runway because it's so long. Toaster almost getting clipped by the Covern. They do 60 damage. No. Let's see what Spooky Missile has. Super missiles. Again, bummed out that we didn't open the super door and then do a temp blow. That's very common to see in expert level is temp blows. So there's still time. We don't have power bombs yet. Maybe there's not time. With morph bombs, you can do a lot of that stuff. Oh well. Alright, power fist directly into the bombs. Major get. This is Metroid 1. Very unknown strat is to just run from the left to the right and then jump. And you will land on the far platform. It also works the other direction. I saw Metroid 1 there. See, the problem is there's 6 objectives, but only 4 spots. So we're going to have to decide which are the 4 important ones that we're going to track. I can put a few on. It was... I forget if it was Acid Chozo. I think it was Acid Chozo. I'll put a couple on. We can work together to remember. But there's 6 objectives. Map Rando lets you set like all of the objectives at once. There's our Mickey Mouse. Now you don't have to worry about running into that blind anymore. That's good. Oh, died to a Covern. Welcome to Monday Madness. You may be used to the Map Rando Winter 2026 tournament, but here we only have death. Death and more death. Soft locks. Death loops. Metroid grabs in acid. So these tend to take longer than all the other races that get restreamed that are Super Metroid related. These aren't the hardest settings at all. These are the settings that are as hard as can be while being consistent. So theoretically, you could practice enough and then be able to not mess any of this up. And then you'd still have to farm however much. So Toaster did a lot of exploring to the right. Learned about objectives, but the pause screen was enough for that too. And right now we're trying to follow supers somewhere. Supers are progression item. They're not filler until you find a pack. In tournament settings, supers would be filler, but here they're not filler until you find some. So that means the supers would be the wrong step. So Sunwoo runs into the powerbomb lock of Red Tower. And I guess we have to go up through basement. Because we've seen everything else. I don't know if we've seen down. Like the bottom door of Workshop. I should have switched to audio. Toaster's kind of quiet compared to Sunmoon. Oh boy. Did we really not go in this door? Okay. But yeah, that's front of gauntlet. We can do front of gauntlet. Wow, Toaster's an expert at jumping up. Dust Chozo. And we get the Crab Super's location. Let's go. Show off how to avoid this crab. You do that. You can't actually kill the crab in time. What? Okay. The Toaster was gonna spark to the bombs again. You can't kill the crab in time. You kind of have to practice it. But one interesting thing about that is that it's easier to kill the crab without gravity. Where you have slower physics, you can shoot twice per jump instead of once. Just be neato. Yeah. And there's a death. Nito is a little too consistent at some of the insane level tricks. Not gonna lie. Oh. Is this my computer that's dying? It's my Discord that's dying. Okay. Well, not too much is happening. They are climbing wreck ship main shaft once again. I believe we have made to the first side of what? Or the bottom of wreck ship main shaft. I'm just going up. Everyone going up and down. You do see this a lot on higher difficulties where you have one convenient save and you're willing to go out of the way to take it. Because the trick is harder on each step. And you're in the acid. Please farm. Okay, the racers are now neck and neck. Use better bomb gauntlet. And just dead. I'd kind of like to see some more wall jumps. Instead of just calling what I see, how would I do this? And yeah, I'd like to add in some wall jumps. Oh, this is the map. The map is gettable. Oh, that's fun. We have to dodge the Torian hoppers. There's a crate up there guarding a major, but not an objective. So, you thought we were death looping before. We have to dodge the Torian hoppers on no E-tanks. This is an expert. It's an expert because it's a 3-frame jump. Thereabouts. If you practice it. That's not stuff I would use. Okay, Toaster probably getting through this time. Just has to get this waiver dead. Boss defeated. Doesn't have to be only needs that. It's live. We leave a B on top. Over there. That is mission. It's immersive. So he's beam tutorial. And if you do immersive room, you can probably get the D10. Now that looks more like how I would do the room. Oh! Toaster gets through. My Discord was dying before. Switch. I can disconnect, reconnect. Maybe that'll help. Okay. I've reconnected, but things haven't really improved. It's pretty hard to cast. E-tank. We get an E-tank and a power bomb. That's big. E-tanks are filler because it's technical, but power bombs are progression. Good. Great. I haven't seen if Sunwoo is paused or not, but it's not that important to get the objectives done right now. We only just now got a way to kill Metroids. But we have 6 random objectives. Only 4 places for the objectives, so you're gonna have to just remember. There is a major cross-yoink room, and then depending on what it is, you could continue. Gary's coming! Okay. Sunwoo's alive. There it is, the Morph Ball turnaround jump. That is in hard logic. But in the Aqueduct case, you can just jump from on top of a Gary. Ooh, no missiles, so menued pass supers. Edible Toaster also doing the stutter, but did not get the echoes because pressed run too late. Pressed run after the door transition. And then if you don't have dash state by running before the door, then you can't chase the Gary away. Backward Samus is a hard one to play. Mostly when jumping straight up through one tile gaps. Okay, Sunwoo's back in Torian. I don't know what the plan is. The plan perhaps could be to get the map. Spazer. What do you do with Spazer? You cannot continue left. So... I can't see anything from this map. There's no going up. The crab shaft. Again. Again it happened, again. Where Toaster menued past supers because it doesn't have missiles. We're gonna get the E-tank. More E-tanks are still really good. it's going to expect you to have all this energy. If I run into Sunwoo, we'll do Invisible Race. Invisible Samus Race. I just don't think the restream will like that. Wait. Do you have to do Mickey Mouse? Oh wait. No, Mickey Mouse is fine. I thought you had to powerbomb Mickey Mouse and then do a nifty jump off the crumbles. Because that's kind of hard. Yeah, looks like Mickey Mouse. So head over there, both of you. Yo, Sunwoo did it correctly. That's the logical jump over the Torian hoppers. Now they have enough energy to survive it, so it's big a deal. Oh, reserve tank. Toaster skipping a reserve tank. Toaster kind of skipping everything. I guess I missed that. Took a death, I guess. I don't know if there was to die to, but okay. I'm gonna leave it all selected. Our progression right now is to go to Mickey Mouse. There are... Isn't it 2 E-tanks? It's just 1. Yeah, 2 E-tanks and a reserve are available. And the progression is power bombs and aqueduct. And you want to take those to Mickey Mouse. The power bombs get you through red tower power bomb blocks. You go down on red tower. Left door is Mickey Mouse. And then you can try and spark back up, or you can... Maybe you could go down on 3 tanks, and you're grabbed again. So this is a weekly race. I closed the race room to reduce number of tabs, but it was something like 7 or 8 racers. Nito can be the favorite. And I look at this sand pit, and you can do it. You can get a spike suit to that sand pit. I need to look again to see what's below it, because that's just as important. But if you're playing a weekly and you spike suit up to a gravity, then that's pretty productive. Yeah, you can get out with that. Without too much trouble. That's the below Batoon room. Below Batoon farm. Toaster correctly wants this spazer. And not go left. You need a movement item for Crab Shaft. This is a weekly. Okay, Toaster. You can spike suit up through Crab Shaft if you desire hard enough. It is true. Spike suit is in Expert Plus. We had to make Expert Plus because spike suiting isn't that fun of a race trick. Sunwoo grabbed. Toaster grabbed. Everything lost. Oh, someone didn't save Aquanaut. Oh well. You can get the Mickey Mouse item with just the E-tank. I guess the problem is you can't You can't Shine Spark, but you can IBJ. You wouldn't have the health to Shine Spark. Okay, we're gonna get a first objective clear. Metroid's 1. Right? That's why we're here? Okay, I guess not. That is East Ocean, I believe. And we are not crossing that. Pretty surprised I don't see the Mickey Mouse. Like the big major dots stand out. But you are going to want to have more of these E-tanks, just for general exploration. They're nice to get. We're playing technical, that's why you're able to get these E-tanks. Normally these Monday Madness seeds are expert challenge, and in challenge the biggest difference is E-tanks are not filler. So usually you don't get any E-tanks until the very end of the seed expert challenge. I'm gonna risk reopening the race room. Eight racers. Sam Littlehorns is the last to join. Sam, who makes so many of the Map Rando tutorial videos, the example videos that are attached to all the strats on the Logic site. The vast majority of them are made by Sam. And Sam also makes the MSU packs. It's really helpful to the community. Said he was working on a new MSU pack just this race. Give me a test run. Toaster heading through. Impressive. This is the reserve tank. So if you do the first part poorly enough, you're not going to get bailed out. You can survive 95 energy. Just don't get hit by the guy. Good. Good. And now you farm. And now we farm. Okay. So, status update. Who has Spazer? I think neither of them have Spazer. Let's take that away. Where's my tracker button? Tragic. Neither of them was Spazer. Toaster lost the reserve. Sunwoo lost the reserve long ago. 2 tanks feels better for the Mickey Mouse play, but you can do it on just one. It'd sure be nice if you could just wall jump into this transition. Oh, but we're seeing the morph turnaround tech in action once again. You can jump through the blue hoppers with Speed Booster Blue. Gonna enter the room running. The easiest way would be to do the Eddy strat, which is to turn off Speed Booster, run in, and then just aim down. And that's pretty safe. So, if Sunwoo and Toaster watch this back, learn how to run into the room and aim down. because the hoppers do a lot of damage. Taking a save, that's extra safe. We're not really doing anything that complicated in Mickey Mouse. Since we have bombs, if you had to power bomb it, it would be incredibly dangerous. But, oh, and then you can use Spring Ball to get out. Easy. Spring Ball, what does that do? A Spring Ball would be Crab Shaft. So there was something up there. They could have spike suited up earlier, but Spring Ball can be much more logical. You gotta point out all the possible spike suits because Nito's in this race and he's just gonna do them. First try every time. That's what we learned about Nito. Ah, the major is not past Kraid, it's below Kraid. So don't have to worry about that. There's an insane-ish, it might be insane plus, level Spring Ball bounce to get across East Ocean. Very hard, but mostly because of the final Spring Ball jump. You have to do it kind of frame perfect. It's like a double Spring Ball jump, and you have so much speed that it gives you a lot of jump height that you have time to do a double Spring Ball jump without high jump. No one's going to be doing that. Unless Sam. If Sam is here to have fun and not worry about the race, then maybe. Okay, so Toaster gets Spring Ball. In this mode, absolutely save often. You definitely want to save often in this. Yeah, in Expert Seeds and higher, you go out of your way to save more. Toaster. The Gigas, they're pretty good at dropping supers. But of course gonna want the extra energy. Sunwoo gets through the hoppers once again, getting much more practice at the trick. You can survive a hit now, it's just you would have to farm the health back. Heading over to Crab Shaft, you have to go through Speed Hall, and that's about 100 health loss. So this is going to be where we pick up Spazer again. You can jump over the water. We have enough speed and items. Oh no, we're in the sand. You can do an airball over the water. You shoot before morphing, and you can just land in the door. Looks sick. I doubt we're gonna see that. Oof, took a hit on the way out. So far I only see the 1X in Metroid 1. I think I'm gonna use the objective tracker as like combined tracking for now. And then once we kill an easy objective, I'll just remove that. Then track the 4 harder ones. And hopefully everything goes as planned. Ooh, landed directly on the Gary. Angered the Gary. Gonna catch you in the door. Okay. Toaster taking risks for no benefit. Just wanted to enrage Gary that much. Spazer skip. This goes on your permanent record. Skipped Spazer when it would benefit you. So you can do a spring ball jump up through Crab Shaft. Hopefully everyone in the race knows this. Toaster's ready to blast the Yapping Maw. Got him. Is gonna need more health. Okay. Skipping Spazer. The Spazer is really good for killing crabs. You definitely want Spazer. And then I'd have to pay a bit more attention to how you get up Crab Shaft here. Yeah, it looks like you have to do the Shine Spark. So the Shine Spark's kind of hard. Like the regular stutter into the water room strat, it's not that precise. But when it's only one screen, then it is precise. And it looks like that's what we have to do. I think the Precious Room one came up early on in one of the weeklies and really roadblocked a lot of the racers. And then after this, we land in Green Hills. And we're going to see what that is. The spring ball jump up, Crab Shaft, the first one and maybe the last one. I know the first one is the hardest. Yeah, it's only the first one. You have to delay as much as possible. Okay, Toaster almost spending all their supers on killing crabs. So if Toaster had Spazer, they would have 4 more supers right now. That's the lesson. It might be possible to jump across the acid with a Shine Spark. Like get one on the left. And what we're looking for is the kind of stutter where you slow down in the middle of the room. If you slow down by the door or past the middle, too close to the right wall, then you're not going to stop in time. But yeah, we're going to have a couple minutes of this now. And then speculate about the next thing. Probably Ice Beam. If you get Ice Beam, then it lets you up Main Street. Filler majors are... Oh, Toaster's up. No time for idle chatter. We gotta see what this major is. And it's Ice Beam. I think it's Ice Beam or High Jump. Ice Beam. So Ice Beam is for Main Street. You get up with Ice and Spring Ball. So you are going to fill to full. Please fill to full. Please do not get yoinked once more. We don't need you going through all this struggle anymore, Toaster. And get Spazer on your way out. Spazer's great. Not filling to full. Don't agree. Like, you're not trying to be fast. You're trying to not die. That's how you play these. There's only one global crab. So, it was killed on the first power bomb. You get a lot of energy back, so it's not bad. Then someone taking the safe diagonal spark. If you do a vertical spark, you can land on the little platform up there by the door. Ooh. Death. Death's grip. Inches from his face. Spazer, Ice Beam. You can distract things. So tests are going to go directly to the save, and then I don't know what. Probably farm the atomics. And then we'll see the level of willingness to go directly to Main Street. Okay. Is aware, of course, that ice does not help with the sand bit. Strike beam. We should have known that. We should have all pointed out that this is right sandpit and you can get this item. When I see a sandpit like that, I'm just gonna assume that it's left sandpit, even though I can see the entire shape. But yeah, we could have always gotten this. And charge is pretty nice. Playing random objectives, so it's not too likely that we're worrying about Ridley. Can give us some of these single tile wall jumps. You just hold the direction and mash jump. But it's more about releasing jump for less time than it is about true mashing. That's a charge beam. Hopefully someone also goes down there. Taking the save. The save is smart after spending so much time on the one short charge. Okay, get over 100 health. I mean, get to full, really. Round to full. That global crab is always there, if you're falling from the top. Oh, there's a spike suit room. We'll get spike suit anything. That's one of the best spike suit rooms. Because it's thorn damage, and you can do it in room. Although jumping up here, with Spring Ball it's okay, but before Spring Ball it would have been hard to jump up with a spike suit. I never marked charge. And did not get Spazer. Wow, shocking. Someone kicked from the admin team over the refusal to collect Spazer. Yeah, if you mess up the stutter, then you don't have dash state, and then Gary's gonna win the clash. Once again, expert technical. So we are trying to follow the hardest trick that's available. And in expert, there's going to be hard tricks available. The Shine Spark works pretty well, but you just need to run in and hold down. The problem with run in and hold down is that there's a maximum speed that it works with. You have Spring Ball. I would say Toaster should kill the Metroids now, but it's probably not that important. Having a major beyond the Metroids. So if you have Speed Booster and you try to just run and hold down, it doesn't work. Unless you have pretty precise spacing. If you turn off Speed Booster, then full run speed is the correct spacing. I need to know what these other objectives are. Okay, you have bombs. Knock them off. Power bombing the Metroids is smart. Looks like that's all of them. That way you don't have to cross the acid. And what triggers that is hitting the Rinka in its spawn location. It turns your power bomb into infinitely wide damage, but not infinitely high. So, if you're really being particular about it, you gotta position the height of your power bomb. Most of the time it doesn't matter. Help support SpeedGaming. Buy the merch. I'll go towards keeping the servers online. Keeping these restreams running. And also the in-person event, SpeedGaming Live 2026. Herndon, Virginia. As always. Someone did the aim down strat. Someone knows. Listening to the restream? Question mark. Okay, so Toaster about to do the Main Street climb. I just want to point out that Spazer helps with this a lot. Because a bit of a challenge is freezing the crab in time. I saw Baby Kraid. See? And then from here you have to do a max height spring ball jump. So it can be a little tricky because you can run out of time and have to reset the room. Oh, freeze him again. And he's gone. So what you do as a backup, since the speed blocks are broken, the crab that just went by is going to drop down to the platform right below. So you jump to the left, and then that crab will start climbing up. And then you can use it to jump back to up to this ledge, and then you can climb on the left side. Or you can not break the speed blocks and wait for global crab. If you break those speed blocks, then the crab is going to fall. Someone should have charge. And does not have Spazer. Wishing is Spazer. I wonder if we get the power bomb strat. Doesn't look like it. Looks like we're gonna jump over. Ah! Panic! Panic! Hot. One more. Rinko's hurt. So we'll see what happens. You can't just run and jump back. It looks like we're going to farm the pancakes a little bit. Question mark. The Toaster setting up for the Shine Spark once again. Reminder that we had to do this early on for bombs. So we had a little bit of practice at it. And you cannot continue through East Ocean without a spike suit. It's either a spike suit or the Insane Plus spring ball bounce across the room. It's not only the double spring ball jump. You also have to cross the room by bouncing on all the platforms. That crab's not in a great spot. Maybe Toaster will fall and then stop freezing the crab long enough for it to drop down. And then he can see that he can climb it up the left wall. No. Too quick on the reset. This race is neck and neck once again. What an even match we have here. Two equal opponents. Edible Toaster and Sunwoo Farmer. Yeah, Sunwoo's entry looks like it has to be really precise. Pretty low, but not too low, or you don't have enough height. And then you also have to dodge the fish. Really needs to learn the left side entry. You just jump anywhere and shoot and hold left. So Toaster trying again. Very helpful to have Baser. I would say it's not helpful to free shoot the crab. Sunwoo is an entire hand, so could definitely grab any ledge. Oh, if the crab's on its side, you get extra height. You tech? No. Bad tech. Yeah. Too bad Toaster doesn't know about the left side climb. Because it probably makes the next step easier. The next step isn't trivial if you don't know it. So after you get this springwall jump off the crab, you have to do a very tight springwall jump up to the next ledge. And if you do it from just as a regular springwall jump, then it has a risk of falling. Not a big fall, but slow. Or you can do the frame perfect morph to get a bunch of speed. Oh, gonna shoot the crab again. I don't like this. Yeah, it's like the entire attempt's gone. Toaster could also just realize that you can super the crab. If you scroll the camera down, if you jump down, you'll be fine. Where'd the crab go? Where's the crab? Was too focused on the global crab. But if you break the speed blocks, the global crab won't help you. So that's the other thing that could be happening, is just not breaking the speed blocks. But everyone has only learned how to shine spark that one spot. Sunwoo in the lead. See how he does with his ice springball climb. Without Spazer, I will add. So if Sunwoo tries to shoot the crab from here, gonna have a hard time. Chester getting really good at this shine spark. That's a plus. Very nice crab freeze. Could get an extra freeze off of that. Oh, gonna wait. Sure. It's not lined up too well. Okay, good. Sunwoo up immediately. And then Toaster gave up on the distance freeze. Jumped up first and then froze. Oh, going for a ledge grab. That actually does not work. Okay, don't get hit. That's good for another try. Someone's into the harder springboard jump. It's the same kind of springboard jump. Looks like someone knows to do the frame perfect morph. This is where you stand for that one. If you're doing the regular springboard jump, you stand on the ledge where Toaster is. And it's just a regular springboard jump. You do max height, and you're up. But you gotta worry a little bit about falling. Toaster's up. Don't die. Don't die. Okay, we're safe. Toaster gonna make it into Brinster. Applause. See if they can both make it up there. Someone just has to land this one springboard jump and then not die. Okay. So it is Decora first. Gonna have a speed locked Brinster. You can farm crabs. We're passing the 1 hour mark. Not too deep into the seed. But usually there's not too many steps. What ends up happening is there's fast progress and then slow progress. And then not too many steps, so you finish kind of quick. So we might be looking up the logic page. Any extended period of time on the pause screen? They're on the logic page. Metroid 3, non-objective. Cross that off. Both runners have Metroids 1 done. So I'm gonna remove that from the objectives list whenever I find out what they all are. Six objectives today. Now it's only one of the screens that's stuttering hard. That'd be 1 hour. Good. So expert technical, you fully expect it to take over an hour. Hour and a half, maybe what you aim for. New major located? X-ray. The filler items are charge, spacer, and wave. So X-ray is progression. And it's on the tracker. Yay. It's on the tracker. Wait, did someone lose his Metroid skill? Why did he do that? You can get back from East Ocean. Okay. So someone who lost the Metroid skill. It's possible that the first video for how to get up here... Well, first off, it might be a long video showing the entire thing. But secondly, it might like suggest this frame perfect morph. And then you have to look up how to do that. Phantoon found. Phantoon does not have a map, so I can't tell if it's an X or not. Oh, that was it. Didn't get enough height though. If you do get the frame perfect morph, it's pretty easy. You just gotta remember to get enough height. You have that extra slope that you're on, so the height's much less of a problem. Also, speed doesn't affect anything underwater. You're unable to get dash state. You're unable to run in any way. Toaster in danger. Out of danger. Good. Crouched in the corner with 50 health. Gotta be a little careful. Both of them skip the reserve. Yeah, try to avoid damage. I would say avoiding damage is first priority. Weaving in charge shots, kind of near the bottom. Okay, pseudo it up. Thank you. Look at me. Tell the players how to play the game. I'm a great commentator. So with charge beam, you can hold shot, and that gives you pseudo screw. Wow. Toaster one hit from death, but gets it done. I don't know if Fantoon's an objective or not, but I expect that they both get killed anyway. This is going to lead to a map. Bubble Mountain having a map. Someone having a lot of trouble. Trouble. That looks like it again. And it's possible it's just the order of videos. Maybe there's not even one that says you can do a regular spin-call jump. That's a lot of lines. That's a Ridley and GT. That many X's? Who knows what that room is? Okay, so GT. Now let's do Ridley last. Then GT. Crave Pirates. And M1. I wasn't sure if it was GT or Acid Chozo when I first marked it. Now I'm even less sure. 6 X's in a row. Maybe that's mini crid. Because we've seen both Metroid rooms. Oof. That feel when you're trying to short charge and can't get it. So you check if it's even equipped, and it is. Toaster just taking a lead off of this one trick in Main Street. Could have gone for the X-ray Ice Club. If you're gonna attempt the Ice Club, why not? So is this Crade Pirates? It is. That is the Crade Pirates objective. This is the only thing left someone can do. There's no spike suiting up through Main Street because you have to use a Shine Spark to get up this far. Wave beam. With high jump, you can get the East Ocean item. And then the Wasteland item, that can be tough. We're an expert, it can make you do expert things. There is an alternative to what Sinwu is doing, and that is if you use one of the crabs. So either the fast crab, which is the one they use to get this far, or if you don't break the speed blocks, you can use global crab. But you can also just try this forever. That's a save. Saves are good. They lock in your progress. So what was it? Was it Norfair up here? Typically, you would go directly to any reachable major. We've seen the 3 filler items now. Charge, Wave, and Spazer. And we are not, like, in the clear for beating the game. So you should go directly to East Ocean. I think the only other choice is Norfair, and Toaster already went over there. But I missed it. I'd like if Toaster refilled his energy a little bit more. Just every time we go through a refill room, I feel like he doesn't get enough back. Okay. It's kind of just enough. I don't like this farm. The lava farm, tunnel farm. Not only is it slow for them to rise up, but you can just kill them in a bad position. You have to stand really on the ledge, like the edge of the ledge. And just sometimes it... Look here. You could be at full energy and not have to worry about dying to a crab. Why are we powerbombing a fish? Okay, that was scary. I think we all thought the powerbomb would hit the crab. But Toaster didn't know to hang left. So that's something. And these atomics do like 60 damage. So it's not like this is safe. After you get to the save... I guess we're going right. Yeah, save would be nice. Well, you have to run through the acid here, so this isn't safe either. Can do a little Rinka platformer. Okay, ouch. Yikes. Toaster, come on. Get your health up. My coaching. It's not carrying. It's not getting through to Toaster. I need to farm more. Yeah. So high jump spring ball, you can easily get up. Okay, there's no point in getting up there without space jump. There's no point in getting up here without space jump. Someone's been here for 20 minutes now. Just unable to get this one jump. Part that hurts me is that it might be because of bad logic page info. if it is suggesting that this is the only way up. I think the strat itself would say that you can do it different ways. But if you're only looking at the video, it'll suggest a way and then you want to do it. On the other hand, you should learn how to do this frame perfect morph. It's just good to know if you're going to be playing expert seeds. Baby seed. Gravity. Why would the seed give them gravity? An hour 15 in? Yeah, that's what it is. Take your gravity through Wasteland and the other room. Yeah. Oh, changing it up. So this is what Toaster did. You do a springball jump. It's just a max height springball jump. And it reaches. Oh no. Okay. If you fall, then you need to jump off the crab again to get back up to this point. So you don't want to fall below this ledge. Aw. This is the curse of not knowing. You try it, it doesn't work, but you gave what looked like a good attempt. Therefore, it's impossible. It can never work. Toaster flying past Sunwoo now. Please farm more. As he shines sparks and burns all of his energy again. This should be into Norfair. I don't know what there is to get over there. Yeah, if you're joining the Monday Madness as a racer, you're expecting 3 hours to get through a seed. So, you have to come into this knowing that it's going to be brutal. But Sunwoo also plays just other marathon type randomizers. Seems to be doing quad rando all the time. And somehow that's down to 4 hours for 4 games. Quad rando. Using the map rando logic, by the way. Cross key map quad. Yeah, you add in cross key, and I think Randomizer isn't quite working yet. Especially not Super Metroid Randomizer. No, that is a thing. But there's more settings. Like larger feature set diversity. Map Rando lets you customize small, minute things, but Quad Rando is like key sanity and Randomizer. Toaster, are you gonna farm when you get over here? There's some farm bugs waiting for you. Nope. Where you go? A save is smart. So we're playing expert, technical, and random objectives. There are 6 objectives. That's why I'm not really tracking objectives and why they're not synchronized. I haven't been screenshotting the objective screen to know what they all are. But Ridley and GT are on there, so we got time. We've seen Metroid 1 and Grade Pirates. The other 2 I'm not too sure about. But my plan was to not track the easy 2, and then only keep track of the hard 4. And that's kind of it. If you're not getting the height, it's likely that you're buffering the spring ball jump. And you can't do that. Croc. We have just the thing for Croc. Oh, no. Croc's winning. Now Toaster's in the pattern. As for how the seed is going, Sunwoo has been stuck here for 25, maybe 30 minutes, trying to do this one spring ball jump. Like, that was another good attempt with the momentum, but you have to get more height. The height's not hard, so it must be just an inefficient spring ball jump from, most likely from buffering the jump. But you could also just press it early, press jump early. That's another good one. Although the pause was really late. When I do these, I can barely see myself before the pause takes effect. I've said frame perfect morph a lot. It just has to be a diagonal press. You have to press it down and forward on the same frame as the second part of the morph. So you do an aim down press, and then you do a down and forward press. And there has to be a gap in between the 2 downs. Toaster is up to Gravity Suit now. So we're following Toaster's adventure through Zibus. Screw attack, nice. Did I even track Gravity? Okay, good. I feel like I haven't been tracking things for a while. And then Gravity is great, but it can still make you do really nasty heat rooms. I didn't catch it. Maybe Twitch Rewind will cover this. That's what I should have been doing. I'll get my freeze frame yet. There. So Ridley, Acid, Statue, Spore Spawn, GT, Baby Crate, and Metroid. So we're gonna put Spore Spawn as number 1. Someone's trying to do a frame perfect morph to get momentum. That's how you jump this far with the spring ball jump. But you could also stand on the ledge and do a straight jump. You just have to, like, delay it maximum. And then another alternative is to use a crab, bring a crab up. But those are all things that you have to know in advance what to try. That might be something that comes up a lot more in these expert races, is the runners just not knowing about certain things. Because it's absolutely going to be less common knowledge when we get to higher difficulty. There's going to be a lot of strat video coverage, because that's more so what Sam is focusing on. And also the other video creators. But unfortunately, it looks like someone only knows about this way of getting up Main Street. Toaster, getting low on energy. Has enough to reach the door. Not have a crystal flash. Finds Oasis. How fitting. And that is high jump E-Tank. Let me just name off some rooms, since we have both runners with Mosaic on. There's PB's in jail, featuring a super pack this time. Probably does not want to farm the Sova until full energy. But who knows? Maybe Toaster's feeling crazy. So we go up Oasis into Everest. Everest, you can get those supers. I'd like to see Toaster farm. Those are going to be my notes in the interview. Please farm. Yeah, even at 70 energy, you lose a surprising amount going for the item. On the other hand, this resets all the crabs. Yeah. It's a little bit scary jumping into a crab with screw attack, because what if you miss? The crab wins. The crab has his day. Objective-wise, Toaster has Metroids 1 and Trade Pirates killed. And Sunwoo killed Metroids 1 but reset it, and has not made it to Trade Pirates. Please farm. Farm to full. There's two kinds of runners. Those who farm to full, and those who farm to just enough. I don't think Toaster is a farm to just enough person. That'd be like Sloters and Audra, but farm just enough. And you can save a lot of time, but you have to get bailed out for that. I don't know who within map Rando plays risky like that. Maybe too many of them have learned from me, and I always play super safe. Unless I'm pushing it. Like, I can play dangerous if I really feel the need. Panteen's already dead. This is just a regular left map. We see Hot, B, M, 1 major, W, and more E-tanks. You're also allowed to collect more E-tanks if you'd like, Toaster. Yeah. You see we're into an hour and a half. We still have 4 more objectives to go. Not quite in go mode, but resources are looking pretty strong. So these are like 2-hour seeds. That's why you can spare the 5 seconds to farm. Nice wreck ship map though. That's good. Two very easy E-tanks to get. I think I'd get those. They just make things so much simpler. Like, it feels like you're gonna find Varia wherever. But for now, it makes things simpler. You're not in a position to kill Ridley. Even with extra E-tanks. I mean, if we were into Plasma, you would be. Doesn't want that one. Wreck ship would have been the faster one. I mean, Waterway. Waterway would have been the faster one. This is Electric Room of Death. Next is the Braid Ghidorah. And that is not the Kraid refill. This is X-ray item. Oh, plasma. Speaking of plasma. Maybe now you go back up for the Waterway E-tank and fight Ridley? Why not? Yeah, this is Monday Madness. Is Nito done? Nito might be done. Actually, Nito did not win the race. How about that? Dark Horse Sam Littlehorns. Last moment joiner. Won this race over Nito. GG to Sam. That was at 115. Nito at 118. And then this is my other account is also done. There have been a few hiccups in the Restream racers. So, not too surprising to see that. This could have been done faster. This is kind of what you expect from Monday Madness. Most of the runners are getting 2-ish hours. Maybe just under. Unless it's a bad seed, then it's closer to 3. Yeah, Sam never ever races. But decided to. And then the race winners, like hour 20. There's some seeds where you just can't get hour 20. And there's some seeds where you get literally everything immediately. I know, decoder. Oh! Sports Spawn's what we were looking for. I don't know if we've seen Acid Statue. So Sunwood needs to do a spring ball jump up Main Street. And I think it's just not... is pressing jump too early. I have to imagine that it's a buffered spring ball jump. It's a crouch jump, right? I haven't been watching that part. Because you want crouch jump, always. We'll see what happens when he gets back over. These aren't crouch jumps, but you don't have to crouch jump here. It would just give you more time on the springboard jump if you crouch jump. That's not a crouch jump. There's your problem. That one is. Or no, wait. That was a jump morph without the jump. Yeah, he's not crouch jumping. Oh, that looked like one, kind of. It could be hard to tell with the sprite. If we're to judge his technique based on this hand sprite. But this is the only way forward. I could get a spike suit. That's an option. If you get a spike suit to East Ocean, then you can get gravity. But doesn't know that. Welcome, Raiders from SpeedGaming 2. You've tuned in for Monday Madness. Sunwoo, who's the organizer of Monday Madness, has rolled us a expert technical random objective seed and is having a lot of struggle with this main street. Edible Toaster is able to get past it. Sunwoo's been here about 40 minutes now. So, true shambles. I think his problem is he's not crouch jumping. That looked like a crouch jump, though. But it's a hard trick. The springboard jump off the crab looks like a thing you have to pay attention to. But this step is just as hard. It's not time-based, but just as hard. So you get up here, it leads to high jump somewhere, and then you come back down, get gravity. And that puts you in the position that Toaster is in. Where you just run around picking up E-tanks. Spore spawn is down. I can mark it done. We have 6 objectives. Toaster has 3 of them done. And has some pretty nice items. That looks like the acid statue. The exits on the minimap. With this much health, you definitely can do that. But Toaster might be running around looking for all the majors. Gonna jump into the acid a little bit, because there's no avoiding it. And then you do take damage during the cutscene. For those who don't know how this works, you keep taking the damage. It's about 200 damage. And you're just gonna pop out with lower energy. If you go down, there's a health refill. And a save. Pretty nice. That is 4 objectives done. 2 more. On the Monday Madness Weekly, someone picks random settings for the most part. Most of the time it's expert challenge plus a twist. I don't know. Okay. It's like he tries to throw in save the animals, and I think Desolate was proposed last week. But not everyone wants to do Desolate. Dragon time? No. Skipping Dragon. This is the caterpillar run, because it is caterpillars. This is pre-cathedral or cathedral entrance. Oh. Toaster, making that spark is in logic with plasma. Plasma is a wider beam. With everything else, you have to scroll the camera first to make that shine spark. But plasma is long enough that it can hit it off camera. The shot block. So that is Croc Shaft. This is Lower Norfair Fireflies. Then we have West Ocean. West Ocean in the red Brinstar theme. Yeah, we have so many mosaic themes. I think we're up to 2 for every zone. 2 types of themes for every region. Madness how much work they put into that. You have to retile every tile in every screen for every theme. But it changes things up. Okay, yeah. So this is Brinstar in Brinstar. I'm trying to figure out what settings they have. It defaults to not scrambled. It defaults to by area. Maybe Sunu has scrambled. And then saves aren't changed, bosses aren't changed. Love. It's hard to play custom sprite on these difficult suits, because it might require you to do like actual precise platforming or do a visual lineup. But not in this case. Time to visit Mini Crate again. This might be the run to Ridley or GT. I think Ridley's up here. Just looks like they are objective hunting. Didn't I mark this? Pretty sure I marked that. Scrambled and area palette. Skipping Batoon. I almost think you go through Batoon here. Because going around looks to be a little slow. And more effort. We didn't even get the bonus Metroid 4. There's still time for Batoon on the way out. So you gotta do a third of the damage with beam, and then you have 20 supers. Well, hopefully Toaster knows what they're doing. Really not very dead. Backwards Batoon, it could happen. Nope. It's 7 or 8 shots. And that wasn't really very many. You have to do a third of Ridley's damage with beam. So 6,000 at 900. So 7. 7 shots. Yep. That's a dead Samus. This is why King Count is insane. Whenever anyone points that out, I just say, look at Ridley. Hardest boss in the game. Whenever you watch top-level speedrunners, they're counting on Ridley. That's how you know. Going around again. Maybe this time we get the Metroid 4 clear. No, not too likely. I think that was a little faster. Yeah, the audio should be on Toaster. Should have been on Toaster all this time. Toaster's audio is a little bit quieter. But yeah. Toaster also has artifacting. Or it could be my Discord again. My Discord had some problems. Oh. That's a dead Ridley. Can mark that off. Wow. I still feel like it's just faster to do the Batoon fight. Like, instead of going around twice, just do Batoon and then exit directly. But no, mini-boss slow. There's GT. GT's last objective. Mother Brain is right there as well. We have seen this ship. Yeah, Batoon would be fast. Could have done reverse Batoon. Could have done forward Batoon. They both would have been fast. After a refill, this GT fight, are we crystal flashing? Possible or not. Just wanted to take a bunch of damage for no reason. I don't know why I even suggested a crystal flash. Toaster just knew that audio switched and wanted to get the beeps going. For me. Okay. Let's go visit this ammo refill down here. Do a crystal flash. Damaging down a little bit slow with gravity on. So it made sense to take a bunch of damage really. And then you just have to be below 50 for this. Oh, taking the far side of the refill. That's where you do the advanced 10 powerbomb crystal flash. It's on the far side. You can't let anyone know. 10 powerbomb crystal flash at a refill is in very hard now, I believe. So 10 powerbomb at the refill is in very hard. If it's not a heated room, it's in expert. And if it is a heated room, I think it's extreme. Because those ones have very precise setups. But 10 Powerbomb Crystal Flash, add a refill. Something that everyone should know. Power Bombs? Oh. Gonna miss out on that Crystal Flash Anywhere tech. Yeah, this is over 50 minutes at this one spring ball jump in Main Street. Really keeping at it. Knows it's possible. Just doesn't know what the problem is. That had to be a crouch jump. Someone made it! He's up! He's dancing! His one hand, so cannot clap. We have to clap for him. Someone made it. As I said, that was over 50 minutes on that one spot, trying to climb up. Like, not even the full trick. The full trick is shine. Yeah, you shine spark from the bottom. You do the spring ball jump off the crab. He's running away. And then you do this midpoint spring ball jump, which is pretty tough. And you have to do a couple more to actually get to the top. So the whole thing's pretty slow. But got through the hardest part of it. Yeah. Did give up on the frame perfect morph though. I think it did very few actual attempts with the max height spring ball version. Oh. And it's just hard to tell from the sprite what the actual problem was. Then I wasn't focusing on it that much. I need to know if the problem was not crouch jumping. So someone was still in the difficult part of the expert technical seed. 96 energy, not enough. Bad news, Sunwoo. You gotta go back. It's only back one room. Armor crab. The escape. I don't remember where the ship is. But that escape timer is coming out fast. We don't have various suit. So, not a big deal. But get your guesses in. I think it was Norfair. Yeah, don't damage down too much. Very useful. Yeah, Norfair. Okay. This is expert, so the multiplier is going to be a little different. On expert, you can't really go the wrong way. You can just move a little inefficiently. Though expert might have been reduced a little bit, now that there's an expert plus. 125. Saracens are winner. 125. Congrats. You win the metaphorical cookie? That's what we're giving out? Also a free supply of map Rando seeds at maprando.com. I really want to believe that this is the fastest way to do Indiana Jones in Escape. Shoot at the blocks and then run and jump. I feel like you have to really research how to do it well. But yeah, the escape, you just go throh Brinstar and then through Warfare. 30 seconds looks pretty tight. But we gotta believe in Toaster. My opponent from the previous round of tournament. Did not handle Everest well. I can't hide that. But still has time. Definitely has time. As long as you know where to fall onto the ship. Missed it. Oh no! Damage reduced under the ship. Toaster, no! Takes an unfortunate death to the plant explosion. After comically damage boosting below the ship. Okay, forward shot that super block out. I didn't know that. Okay, got this time for sure. Sunwoo took a death. What was that to? That's kind of bad. We are now below Main Street. Metroid's 3. Oh, that's normally so safe too. Having ice. Okay, so second try, Toaster. Get us through this escape. A space jump through West Ocean. I think running along the bottom is better if you don't have good momentum. I've been playing a lot of escape start speeds recently, so I've been looking into this stuff. Like, that's a decent speed for crossing Everest. I think I would have jumped down to the lower ledge, like you do in any percent. Has 2 less seconds than last time. Oh no. Not a strong entry. Really needs to land on the ship, like dead center. No. That's a second planned explosion. Expert escape is tough. You have to move well. Yeah, you can't forward shot that. I guess they're doing that. I'm not sure if I actually will start doing that. Because if you jump first, then you get a better mock ball. Or an easier to control mock ball. Okay, so Sunwoo at the first crab. Hopefully this goes well. I think Sunwoo didn't have any trouble with the crab. Toaster had a ton of problems with the crab. That is not a good enough position for the crab. Much better speed through West Ocean. Okay, so we're looking for more than 11 seconds on Batuni tank. Once you run the escape over and over, you start coming up with splits in your head. This is worst speed across Everest. So after the first run, you usually have to pause less, maybe not at all. Oh. That was much faster into this room, but then got caught in the sand, and now it's pretty similar to before. It's still fine if we land on the ship. Okay. And that's a done toast. GG, just under 2 hours. Welcome, Toaster.
How's it going, Aussie?
GG on your win in the 1v1.
Thanks. This was a little shambly. But,
yeah,
it was fun though.
Yep. So real quick, what happened to Sunwoo? As was mentioned in the race time chat, is he got stuck on the Main Street climb with Ice and Spring Ball. Spent about an hour on the jump past the crab. Got the crab right away, but the jump right after that.
Yeah, that one, I forgot how rough that one can be, because it's one of those late frame spring ball jumps, and yeah.
Okay, there was a forfeit. I was waiting for the forfeit to invite him in here.
Yeah. I was also way too fixated on Spazer early, because I had a feeling, I was thinking that if Spazer's there, it's going to want us to do the big pink ice clip, and I don't want to do it with a Rio. I'd rather do it with a Zeb and not a Rio, because the Rio one is just awful. I think it's not even expert anyway. It's like above expert.
I just think Spazer is just good to have. It's good for killing crabs. Same. Oh yeah, my notes to you for this seed were farm more.
Yeah. I fell into quite a few crabs because I keep forgetting the way certain rooms work. So it was pretty funny where the beginning I was like, oh cool, I'm fine. And then I just landed straight on the crab. I was like, okay, cool.
I like the one where maybe twice he tried to powerbomb crabs out and they just weren't dead.
Yeah. I was kind of flailing, and then I was like, hold on, calm down. Look, have fun with this. It's a fun thing, and I stress too much. When I stress too much, I just like my play goes down into the toilet. Wait, did we see? Yeah, down into the toilet. But when I like have more fun with it, it's good. Oh, GG Sunwoo. I heard the bad news.
Someone joined us now.
Sorry. GG's, yes.
You're welcome. So you were on the logic page for the Main Street climb, is that true? Does that not list all the ways to do the strat?
It does, but I just did the first one and I was like, oh yeah. First one's good. And then max spring ball height jump could have done from the beginning. I should have played with a regular sprite too. I was like, probably should, but yeah, that cost me a little bit for sure with the stutter short charges and stuff, or in the water. I'm sure.
Then both of you also gave us like different brands of mosaic, scrambled and the whatever it's called.
Yeah, area tiling. That's right. I forgot. Sunwoo armor. You like using scrambled, which is just everywhere is everywhere, which is I love that. But
it's Monday Madness.
Yep,
that's right. I did learn a lot of things about lateral morphing, but I still couldn't do it in the end.
Yeah. You got it a few times, but you didn't get the height, and I'm not sure what
No.
was up with that. But you got the morph
Right.
a number of times.
Yeah. I was starting to figure it out, I felt like, but
Anyway, it's really useful to know, but also very niche where you need it.
yeah.
I think Fish Tank 2.
Yeah, that's a classic one.
Yeah.
That's where I first learned it.
Yeah, 'cause I think that did come up for me on what was it? When I was first trying to do like very hard seas, I think. And it's like, oh, hey, you have to do this. I'm like, what? This is weird. And then you get used to it.
Yeah. How was the rest of the seed?
Pretty funny. So I have no idea where Varia is. I have an idea of where it might be, but
Okay.
we just kind of we just had so many tanks. I was like, okay. At 20 supers. Oh, here's plasma. Okay, yeah, we're done.
Nice.
Yeah.
I'm trying.
The start was funny. Both of you having your struggles getting through the hoppers, getting through Yoink Room. Both of you getting grabbed multiple times.
Oh yes.
I was so fixated on Spazer that I was like, wait a second. I have to come back here later anyway. So yeah. So it took me way too long to just stop, go somewhere else, then get what I need to do everything there, and pick up Spazer on the way back.
Yeah. Someone didn't end up getting Spazer.
No.
Ooh.
It's a helpful item.
Useless. Useless.
It would have made the crab so much easier.
I did get that part first time. Like
Nice,
first
nice.
try, at least. But then I couldn't get up anymore. That was the beginning of the shambles. That's what I get. I got cursed for not grabbing it.
Oh. I want to double check the. I didn't watch my credits as close as I should have. I didn't see which area Varia was in, but it would have been nice to have. Otherwise, I mean, what we had was fine. I think.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You have a lot of E-tanks.
Yeah, so many E-tanks you might as well have in Varia. Although the first time I miscounted my charge shots. I was thinking I had 25 supers because my head was like, oh, okay, I have 40 missiles, 20 supers. That's like 25 supers.
Yeah, I mentioned that can count is an insane.
Yep, can't do it. That's why I don't play insane.
Oh.
It was in Torian must have been Varia. You see, this is.
Oh, so if you made that hell run. Okay.
That was Varia.
Yep. Good luck with
that.
That
Makes sense.
Yeah, that one.
No.
It's probably there and back without any farm too. Looking at it.
Yeah, unless this is yeah, there's no farm here except for the really bad farm room, which is the
Red Pirates.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You'd be there for an hour farming enough to get back. If you're lucky. Yeah, these Monday Madness is still really fun to play. I love these these wacky seeds. Technical was a fun setting too, I guess. It was fewer heat runs, but
yeah, it can set you up with some scary heat runs, but not today. Just pretty helpful today having the extra E-tanks. Had to go through the Torian hoppers multiple times.
Yeah,
things like that.
Yeah.
So many times.
Yeah, no, I don't know.
Yeah.
You kind of got your high jump, got your gravity suit, and then were able to play the seed, go everywhere, collect E-tanks.
Nice.
Yeah. Then it kind of just flowed from there, and then
Mm-hmm.
it's like, oh yeah, we're done. Lots of
Exactly.
E-tanks along the way, and I think we got all the supers we needed. We got everything we needed.
Yep. Bosses
Kind of
weren't.
just
I mean, objectives
from
weren't
there.
that out of the
Yeah.
way.
Where was
Distant seed
Grav?
after it opened. Gravity was past East Ocean.
I should remember this.
Oh,
Yeah.
spoiled it.
Oh.
No. Oh my
Yeah.
gosh. I was debating
Yeah.
on just trying to go for that trick the whole time. And that would have
Oh,
really paid off. That'd be
I-
was so funny.
I was thinking about it, but then I was like, I don't really want to do it.
Which trick is that?
I was trying to. Oh, you can't even.
The speed into like a mock ball, underwater speed ball into a double spring ball jump, or you have the other version. I believe it's like a spring ball jump above the platforms, very precise or something.
That
Sorry
one.
if you didn't.
You need space jump, but it's really hard to do that.
Yeah.
So you know,
Also,
spring ball
also, I
jumping
don't
across
think-
is really difficult.
Yeah.
So I don't. Yeah, I don't
You
think
should try
I
and spike suit it.
see. Yeah, I'm looking right now
Oh,
to see if there's like a spike
yeah.
suit spot, and there might have been.
There's one below charge, but getting back from that's okay
Yeah.
with spring ball. Maybe aqueduct is
Yeah, the
trouble.
spike suit would have been a fun way to do it. I was thinking of places to spike suit too, but then I was like, not that. I was trying to get a spike suit after I did Croc, but I forgot I had spring ball on, so I tried to double tap. I was like, what's going on?
A common downfall to spike suit.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. Anything else, or talk about your streams? I can exclamation R. Exclamation C.
Oh yeah. Anything else? Again, I think Monday Madness is like one of my favorite weekly map rando events. Even though the tournament's going on and there's so many good matches going on right now, even Monday Madness is just so good. I like that a lot of people, honestly more than I expected, have been hopping in to play harder than hard, so an expert in this case, and it's really cool. Like everyone learns new tricks. You kind of see where map rando kind of pushes, and it pushes slightly more into the puzzle solving aspect of map rando, which I think is really cool. Not as much as say extreme, but it gets there. It gets close.
Yeah. Solid mix of
Yeah.
puzzle and execution. Sure.
Yeah, GG's again, Toaster, and I'm glad to see a lot of people enjoying these weeklies, a little harder settings, and get a chance to learn some stuff and maybe do good.
Yeah, GG's.
Been a really fun time, and thank you for doing comms, Ozzy. Appreciate that. Tracking.
Sure. It's fun to do. I'm sure everyone enjoys watching these too. Don't showcase the extended options of what map rando can do all that often. The more difficult stuff.
Definitely.
Yeah.
Yeah, thanks both of you for agreeing to the restream at all. With runners, we can have the restream.
Yeah, it's a little scary sometimes because it's like, okay, it's harder than hard. There is a very good chance you will run to something that is really tough. Like I'm still remembering the seed where I actually did the restream with words, and we got stuck on some really nasty. It was a nasty seed, honestly, but it was a chain of like awful tricks, and that we weren't super comfortable with. Now, those tricks aren't that bad, so
Nice.
you get to watch the learning. You get to watch the learning process with some of these. Of course, sometimes I think some really experienced trick runners are showcased, and then you can see some like expert execution of those tricks. And then I personally think those are both fun to watch. But
And
For sure.
even if you are like you have practiced the trick before, it's gives you more practice, a refresher. And you can do it in a regular hard race. Pull off difficult things. But I think that'll be it for us tonight as part of the Monday Madness Weekly. There are still many Map Rando tournament races going on this week and every week for the next few months, as well as the Wednesday and Saturday regular weeklies, the hard trickies. So you can tune in for those. You can keep watching SpeedGaming, the network, for all of your Super Metroid randomizer needs. I've been Aussie 101, and I'll see you next mission.